Hi everyone, Sam Battersby from Griot's Garage, and today we're going to talk about changing the brushes on our 6-inch random orbital. Our orbitals are covered under our lifetime guarantee, but if yours ever stops working, there's one important spot to check before sending it back. Carbon brushes contact the rotor armature on electric motors and eventually wear out, preventing the motor from working and requiring replacement. So first, verify that your orbital is unplugged from the wall. You never want to do this with a tool that's plugged in. And then we'll take our number 2 Phillips head screwdriver and remove all 4 rear case screws. And now we'll use our plastic pry tool to separate the case halves. I highly recommend a plastic pry tool. You could use a flathead screwdriver here, but that's going to increase the risk of marring or nicking up the tool body. All right, so now that we have the case halves apart, you can locate the brush housing and brush, which is here, your tension spring and your brush wire. We're going to use our needle nose to pull the spade connector off and disconnect the brush wire. Make sure that you pull at the end of the connector and not on the wire itself, although if it's a brush you're replacing, not that big of a deal if it gets damaged. Then for this next step, you can either use needle nose or a pick tool. I'm going to use the pick tool because it'll make it a little easier. Slide it under that groove and use the pick to pull the spring out of the way and hold it out of the way as you pull the brush out. This will prevent the spring from falling deep into the housing and being difficult to get out. Take your new brush, insert it in. Want to make sure that the wire is closest to you and can drop into that groove there. Drop your spring back, and then you'll take your needle nose again. If you have small enough fingers, you can use your hands to get this on, but the needle nose will help. Apply that back to the spade, and now you'll repeat that process on the opposite side of the tool. Now your orbital is back in action. Brush longevity will be completely dependent on how often you use the tool and how hard you run it, but now you know if it ever stops working again, brushes should be the first spot to check before sending it back. For step-by-step instructions on this process, click the link here. Thank you for watching, and as always, have fun in your garage.